Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of a fat acceptance activist talking about how they enjoy antagonizing thin women. She said she saw a thin woman talking about how fat she was, and she wanted to go up to her and say, "Yeah, you look just like me, real big." Many people in the comments said that was not cool because that person was dealing with body image issues. We're going to be taking a look at that clip, reading some of the comments, as well as taking a look at a follow-up clip where the fat activist doubles down. So be sure to stick around until the end. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache. The caption reads, "Antagonizing thin women."
I just saw an incredibly thin woman with abs grabbing her stomach, telling her boyfriend that she thought she looked fat.
Okay, how do we know she had abs? She was going around lifting up her shirt, or?
And it took everything out of me not to run up and go, "You look like me, girl, real big, real wide on the side. That'd be bad, huh? Yuck."
Okay, so she says someone with a six-pack was calling themselves fat. I don't know how she knows that they had a six-pack. They were walking around pulling up their shirt or something. I don't know, that sounds fairly unbelievable. But it's also messed up that you wanted to go up to somebody that was dealing with body image issues and tell them that they were fat or big or whatever. This actually set a lot of people off in the comments, which we're gonna read now. This person says, "God forbid a girl have body dysmorphia." This person says people are allowed to feel insecure about things even if most people don't necessarily see it that much or if it's more visible on other people. You don't know what she went through to be skinny or what she's going through now, and you don't know what that comment could have done to her. Be kind. She didn't actually go up and say something to somebody, she said she wanted to. This person says, "Me, on my way to tell her that we are twins." Some of the people are supporting her. This person says, "I've been 235 pounds. I'm 127 pounds. Unfortunately, everyone has insecurities." Yeah, it's pretty messed up to go up to somebody who's dealing with body image issues and tell them, "Yeah, actually, you do look like that thing that you don't want to look like." Even if that thing happens to look like you, and I'm not calling you a thing, I'm just saying, if we are larger and this person doesn't want to be larger, we shouldn't internalize that. We shouldn't take that as an insult. It sounds like we are. It sounds like when that thinner person was talking about how they didn't want to be larger, you got insulted by that as if they were saying they don't want to look like you. But this had literally nothing to do with you. This person says, "This is cruel for no reason." Oh wait, there's a question mark. This person says, "This is cruel for no reason?" I don't know why that was a question. Do you think it was cruel or no? I don't know. This person says, "You do realize that skinny people saying fat-phobic stuff about their own bodies is putting fat women down. Isn't that cruel?" If somebody would like to lose weight and they think that they are currently too large, that's their prerogative. I don't think a larger person should be insulted by that at all. You shouldn't consider it an insult if somebody else wants to lose weight. If you're actually happy where you are, it shouldn't send you spiraling. If people don't want to look like me, who cares if I'm happy where I'm at, right? This person says, "Do you think it's not cruel having to go around hearing people say that looking like you is their biggest fear and having to be courteous to them because somehow if you retaliate, you get comments like this and they become the victim?" You're viewing that in a very strange way. When someone says they want to lose weight, you view it as them saying their biggest fear is to look like you. You are putting this bizarre spin on somebody else's weight loss that you don't have to, and you're trying to make it about you, actually. When somebody says they want to lose weight, they are not saying, "My biggest fear is to look like you." They don't know that you exist, and this has nothing to do with you. You're the one trying to make it about you. This person says, "Oh yeah, that is not the take you think it is. She was having a private conversation with her boyfriend. I've been big and I've been small. Body dysmorphia is real and can lead to very bad depression, eating habits, and triggers. Let's not shame anyone for having insecurities. Everyone is beautiful the way they are and deserves to feel confident. But shaming anyone for insecurities is a no-go in my book." I would have to agree with that. I would say that her private conversation with her boyfriend about her insecurities had nothing to do with you. And it's crazy to try to make it about you, or to be offended by the things that she said about her own body. And it's also bizarre to say that she had six-pack abs. I think we threw that in there just to demonstrate that this person was super duper skinny. Like, obviously we have no idea if they had visible abs or not. This person likely was not lifting up their shirt. This person says body dysmorphia is a real thing and bullying is wrong. This person says, this is so rude, what the hell? This person says, I get you, girl. People misunderstanding on purpose. And I'm just noticing this in post-editing, but this dude has feet hands. This person says, I think I love you. So there are a lot of people in the comments that agree with her, and they think doing this to somebody would be fine, because they are riddled with personal issues themselves. This person says, one thing is saying, I feel bloated, which is discomfort you can physically feel. But saying, I feel fat, has a completely different meaning. It's not something you can actually perceive without taking into account external influence, people, clothes, space, judgment, so I get both sides. What? You have to take external influence into account when you feel fat? I don't understand that. This person says, this is such a rude thought. This person says, why would you do that? This person says, that's also bullying, by the way. This person says, I don't know, I'm on your side, queen. This comment reads, don't worry about other people's conversations. That's a good point. Maybe we should mind our business, stay in our own lane. It's funny to eavesdrop on someone else's conversation that you weren't even supposed to be a part of and then get offended by it. Like, wait a minute, that wasn't even for you. This person says, OMG, I love you. Let's be besties and go get lunch with dessert. Laughing face. Okay. This person says, I love you. Okay. This person says, mind you, you don't know this woman's history, her past, how her mental health is. It's not your place to belittle someone else's insecurities. This person says, I like you. You're hilarious. A lot of people are like, that's not cool to mess with somebody who has body image issues like that, and other people support her. Many people are like, I love you. That's what I would have said. Like I said, I think it's very bizarre that we specifically said this person has a six-pack. I think we threw that in there to exaggerate, just to show how thin they were or whatever. Unless this person was just walking around with a bare midriff, six-pack showing, and calling themselves fat at the same time. That's crazy work. Now we're going to be taking a look at a follow-up video where this person is doubling down. All right, hit me with the hot tracks, McKenna.
You know, body dysmorphia is real. We shouldn't be tearing down women. That's what a lot of the comments sounded like on my most recent viral video.
That's what you fools sound like. We shouldn't be tearing down women. Pfft, ridiculous. Of course we should. I'm just kidding, of course.
Where I said that I would love to scream at a thin woman when she said, I'm just so fat. And I would like to go up to her and say, look girl, we're twins. When we turn to the side, it's real wide.
Mainly you said you wanted to tell her that she looked big, real wide, from the side, etc.
You and me, simpatico. The women in the comments are so mad at me. They're like, it costs nothing to be kind. I'm hot. Me telling that thin woman that we look alike, that's a good compliment.
Okay, that was only part of it. I think the issue that most people had with this was that you wanted to tell somebody that was struggling with body image issues that they look fat or big, because you felt insulted that they were saying that they look big.
It's not mean. Also, you're betraying yourself, unfortunately, where you think when I say you look like me that that's mean.
That was a very small part of it, like I said. We don't have to try to flip this around and say that you were just telling that person they looked like you, and now everybody is insulting you. You specifically told them that they looked big, even though they had six-pack abs or whatever. Rather, you wanted to tell them that for your own reasons.
Calling somebody fat isn't mean because fat isn't a bad thing. If she's claiming fat, I'll let her be fat. Come in the club, girl. You're fat.
Okay.
You're chubby, you're pudgy, you're big. When you walk in the room, the airflow changes.
Yeah, see, none of these are very nice to say to that person. And this is a lot more than just, you look like me.
I just don't see anything wrong with that. And if you're one of the dumb bitches who comes in my comments saying, well, body dysmorphia is real, and you actually don't know how far she's come.
You don't care. You don't care about that. You're like, screw you guys. I don't care what kind of issues she's dealing with. She made me feel bad, so I'm gonna lash back out at her, even though she wasn't trying to make me feel bad, and I was actually eavesdropping on a private conversation.
If I see you on the street, I'm gonna yell at you too.
If you see somebody with a six-pack, you're gonna call them fat on the street also. Okay, that makes a lot of sense as well.
And I'm gonna say we look exactly alike. Here, I lost some weight. Maybe you can wear these clothes because you're such a f***ing whale.
Okay, and as we could see from that clip, she is very unapologetic. Even though that person was dealing with body image issues, she does not care. She overheard them feeling insecure about themselves, so she feels it would have been just fine to lash out at them. How dare you have personal insecurities that literally have nothing to do with me? I'm gonna try to hurt you. Okay. 4 reasons. For my own personal reasons. Well, that's good. It's good that you're happy enough that you want to see other people be happy too. That's the sign of somebody truly being happy, is when they want to see other people succeed and be just as happy as they. Luckily, we're not all bitter and angry, because then we would just want to tear other people down for literally no reason, because we're not living our best life. Luckily, that's not the case. People weren't upset with the fact that you told that person they look like you. People were upset with the fact that you relished in the idea of telling somebody struggling with body image issues that they look fat. Now we're going to be taking a look at a bonus clip.
Lately, I've been thinking a lot
Are you sure? That's not what I got from those previous clips.
about how my body has been altered by other people so much in my life. Like when I was 12, I was a synchronized swimmer. And to get the right toe point, our coaches would sit on our feet to make sure that we could have the long, straight legs. And from age...
You were taking part in some really hardcore synchronized swimming where your coach would sit on your feet to try to straighten them, or I don't even know.
5 until now, when I exist in the world, when I walk down the street, when I post online, people tell me all the time, like, you're too fat, fix what's going on.
They do. Just walking down the street, people tell you you're too fat, fix what's going on.
Hate that you're 6 feet tall. And so think about how I've altered my body. You know, I probably still do, certainly, but like it was so much worse when I was little. The shrinking and the, you know, to appear smaller. I'm always like hunched. Think about what that's done to my back and my traps and my neck.
Okay. You're always hunched over because you're always trying to shrink yourself, and it's damaging your body. What? Okay. Why would you want to shrink yourself if we enjoy being big and we're embracing all this stuff? Like, okay, so why are we mad at that other girl for saying that she felt fat or whatever if we're constantly trying to shrink ourselves to make ourselves smaller? Are we just angry that she found a weight loss method that actually works? She's not sitting around going, I'm trying to shrink myself down.
When I was a rower, I was getting put on diets where I was on a diet one time.
Was it the all pudding diet?
My coach legitimately said to me, I would like you to lose 60 pounds in 8 weeks.
And you're gonna do nothing but eat tapioca pudding this whole time. And you were like, what? This is crazy. And he was like, dude, listen to me, I'm a freaking pro. You remember that one kid from a couple years back that went to the Olympics? I'm the one who trained him. I don't remember his name either, whatever. But tapioca pudding.
And I was like, I'm 14 and like under your spell kind of, but like, I'm pretty sure you can't do that.
Hold on, what was it? He wanted you to lose weight? He would like you to lose 60 pounds in 8 weeks.
And I was like, I'm 14 and like under your spell kind of, but like
Okay, that's a little weird that you were under his spell and stuff, but I don't think that that would be appropriate to ask a 14-year-old to lose 60 pounds in 8 weeks. Or really to talk about weight loss with them at all without discussing it with their parents. You know, maybe if you talk to their parents or something like, yo, little Billy here is going to be quite the rugby star. However, we have this one situation type deal that we need to take care of.
I'm pretty sure you can't do that. So it was a diet of like celery and Sprite.
Celery and Sprite. Yep. Sugar water. That will help you. Yep, your coach was real smart.
She also used to get mad at me when I wouldn't faint after a race.
God, bro, why? Why would we make up such unbelievable stories and say it with a straight face, with our whole chest? What? She wanted you to faint after a meet, or whatever the hell they call it, a race. I don't know what's going on, sorry.
Because I should have not been eating and putting out that much energy. Think about that, what that did to my body.
That is the most unbelievable story I've ever heard in my life. Forgive me that I don't believe that your swim coach used to get angry at you for not fainting after a race. What? Okay, so your swimming coach told you to lose 60 pounds in 8 weeks, and then she would also get angry at you when you don't faint after a race, because that means that you are actually eating and stuff, and she didn't want that. I know that some people have been in some pretty crappy situations, some pretty abusive, over-the-top coaches and whatnot, but this, dude, come on. Did you ever think that maybe you should tell your parents about this? Like, hey, this coach is trying to make me lose all this crazy weight, and she's also abusing me, making me pass out all the time and stuff. And I'm not saying that it would be your fault if you didn't report this. I'm just saying, like, nothing about this story makes any sense. And you have a big smile on your face while retelling the story, of course.
Putting out that much energy. Think about that, what that did to my body. I was a sweep rower, which means
Why are we smiling and laughing while reminiscing about this?
I should have not been eating and putting out that much energy. Think about that, what that did to my body. I was a sweep rower, which means I had one oar, and I would just go.
Oh, rowing. I think I said swimming a moment ago. I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell's going on.
To one side, to my right side, pulling, weight bearing on one side. And my coaches in high school, at least, never had us do corrective exercises, never had us work out on the other side, on the left side.
What? They got you rowing on one side exclusively, so your lats are all huge on this one side, but the other side they're not? What the heck? Coach, what are you doing to me?
My entire body is lopsided.
Okay, that's bollocks, mate.
One time a girl's oar got caught in the water and knocked into my back. And I still go to the chiropractor, and every single day I think about this injury because my body formed around the knot that this...
Your body formed around the knot, like a knot in a tree. Okay, I think maybe we're getting a little dramatic now if we're still recanting the time that a girl accidentally hit us with an oar, and we're saying our body formed around that injury.
Put in my back when I was 14. Isn't that crazy? Like...
It's crazy to blame where we are today on random crap that happened to us when we were 14. Maybe the stuff that we did yesterday is actually more relevant to where we are today than the stuff that happened several years back, all the way back when we were 14. I think a lot of things have happened between the age of 14 and today that actually put us where we are. Probably wasn't the oar strike. Probably wasn't your coach trying to make you pass out for whatever crazy reason. We definitely need to look into that person. That definitely exists.
My body is so formed. All of our bodies are so formed by the world around us and by other people.
No, they're not. Our bodies are formed by the actions that we take, which include moving whatever type of way, whether that's exercising or not, and also eating whatever type of way. These actions actually form our body. We are in control of it. The world around us and other people are not forming our body. That is absolutely bizarre.
Manipulated and contorted.
No.
Something to think about.
There was nothing thought worthy in this entire presentation. In fact, I feel like I just got a full frontal ice pick lobotomy.
And thinking about ways to reclaim, you know, like I do a bunch of like fascia release and I stretch and I really try to be in my body and dance and stuff because I'm like, my body was y'all's for a long time and now it's fine.
Okay, and in that final clip, she said her body was formed by various incidents from the past, including getting hit with an oar, which formed a knot, and then her body grew around the knot like a tree or some crap, I don't know. That had a lot of arborist vibes to it. That didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It's also insane that she says that her coach used to get angry at her for not passing out after a race because that means that she got too much nutrition into her body or something. Like, I don't know, dude, that was a really wild story. So in that first clip, she said she would like to antagonize a thin woman who was calling herself fat even though she had six-pack abs. I still don't know how she knows that that person had six-pack abs, but it's crazy that you would want to call somebody fat just because they felt insecure and you overheard their conversation. If somebody else wants to lose weight, that doesn't mean you don't want to look like me. It has literally nothing to do with you. These people don't know that you exist. You're actually not the center of the universe. In the second clip, we saw that she was very unapologetic and actually just doubled down on the whole situation. And in that final clip, we learned that getting struck with an oar can alter the way that your body forms moving forward. I was unaware. I'm learning new stuff all the time. Either way, what do you think of the clips that we just saw? Leave a comment below. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.